Hello everyone, welcome back my channel.
Boy Meets World stars declare the worst and most idiotic episode of the series. Several of the Boy Meets World cast members seem to agree on which episode was the worst of the series. On a recent episode of the show's rewatch podcast, Pod Meets World, Danielle Fishel, Ryder Strong, and Will Friedle discussed the 8th episode of the 6th season, You're Married, You're Dead, which they collectively dubbed arguably the worst episode of the show. In the episode, Corey, played by Ben Savage, goes to a Hooters-style restaurant called Cleavage to prove that though he's married to Topanga, played by Fishel, he's still one of the guys. But while there, he loses his engagement ring in the process. Strong, who played Corey's best friend Sean, explained, "This episode felt very weird to me in that it felt like somebody had written a draft of an episode that was very clearly like Topanga is upset that Corey goes to essentially a strip club or Hooters. And then they kind of backed off of that by, having Topanga be very understanding. And in the rewrite, it's almost like everything the characters are saying is going against the actual plot, and so it felt kind of forced in a way, and then some of the jokes felt rushed," he continued. "I don't know. Something felt off. It felt like this was a bad tape night for some reason." He also had issues with the fact that much of the cast wasn't in the episode much, but admitted portions were pretty funny and praised his co-star Savage. "But as an episode, it just didn't land in certain parts for me." Friedle, who played Corey's older brother Eric, had even harsher criticism. "This ranks up there with arguably the worst episode for me of the series for every reason," he said. "The entire episode one thought was idiotic," he said, adding that though people think he's being harsh, "I know TV. This was not it. This was a bad episode of television all the way around. That's what I think about this episode." Fishel agreed with her co-stars, mentioning she feels like maybe they weren't in it as much because they could sense it was bad. She also took issue with her character's reaction to everything, saying, "And I am furious that they put the words, 'Well, as long as there's women willing to dance like that, there will be men to see them,' in Topanga's mouth. How dare you? How dare you?" Fishel felt it went very much against Topanga's character, adding, "If that's a point you want to get in there, you better find someone else," further explaining she didn't like that Topanga and Angela, Trina McGee, bad-mouthed the female dancers in the episode. Boy Meets World aired on ABC for 7 seasons, from 1993 to 2000.